Hello, lovely people. Hope you are well and welcome back to another episode of the Sanderson Show. Coppish? That's not coffees today. Combat catch up today. Goodness me. That's how you know my head's all over the shop. It's been a few weeks, but we are back. Luke, Jay, how you guys doing?
Not bad. Not bad. I need this. After everything I've got on privately, football, I need it. I miss it.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you. I appreciate you guys having the patience with me as well. A lot to talk about today. Big news. And we got to start with the man who is the biggest name in mixed martial arts. Finally back in the USADA testing pool, full of steroids. Conor, the notorious,
the juicy one. The juicy one. Scrap the notorious. It's Conor, the juicy,
the juicy one. Conor Mac is officially a UFC roster fighter again. So I want to ask you, and I'll start with you first, Jay. Now he's back in USADA. We know that he's going to fight again. Is there any chance that the person he fights is not Chandler?
They put him in the pool now because they want him at UFC 300. I think that's pretty obvious.
I've got a theory on that. We'll discuss that.
I think he might get a bigger fight. I think look, people might not like this, and I don't like it. Right? I think you should fight. You should fight to have the right to face certain opposition. Conor's money; he can do what he wants, and I think Conor might get a bigger fight than Chandler because I don't know if Chandler's willing to wait till UFC 300. You know, he might want to be a bit more active, but then it's McGregor money. It should be the fight. It should be the fight. That's the fight. It should be. They did tough, which is crap, and it was terrible. Conor just turned up in a suit every day. Didn't care.
Conor still managed to win it overall. Great.
I just feel like Conor don't really want Chandler. Conor wants a bigger fight, but Chandler needs Conor, and it makes sense. It should be the fight that happens at UFC 300. But then where do you put Conor on the card? That's the problem.
We're going to get to that in a minute,
because
Jay.
Conor's money.
We're going to get
to the show with Conor McGregor.
Facts.
Oh, could you imagine?
Luke.
Headline prelims.
All right. Michael Chandler, if I'm not mistaken, his last fight was Dustin Poirier, right? Lost via submission. They they announced tough in February. It aired between August and September, and we're now in October. And Conor's just got into the pool. So he's now got to have a 6-month window of being clean. That coincides with April, right?
It'll be 3 years next year since his leg break.
Since his leg break as well. Jay's made a good point there. We all know certain fighters have to work their way up. But when it comes to money, it is where it is. Let's say the UFC go to Michael Chandler. We're not giving you the Conor fight. Who does Conor fight instead, potentially, in your opinion?
I think there's a lot of ifs, a lot of variables that need to fall in Conor's favor for him to get the lightweight title belt.
So we are live indeed, guys. We are definitely live.
For him to get a bigger fight, he needs Charles to beat Islam. He needs Charles to win. Because if Islam wins, there is no way on God's green earth that he is getting a title shot. That's the only way he gets a title fight is if Charles wins. And the way Dana's been talking about McGregor, this isn't the old McGregor where Conor can get what he wants. I think he's tried to ask Dana for other fights instead of Chandler, but he's been pretty adamant. Nah, he's sticking with Chandler's the guy. Unless something drastic happens that he gets like a welterweight title shot, a lightweight title shot, I think Chandler is still the guy. I think that's still the opponent for him, to be honest.
I've just read something.
Go on.
So apparently Conor McGregor wants Justin Gaethje.
That was the name I was going to say.
Apparently that's who Conor wants. I think Conor beats Gaethje as well.
Do you?
Yeah. I think
Gaethje's gonna butcher that leg of
I
his.
think this version of Gaethje smokes
I
Conor.
don't know. I think
He gets to reignite his feud with Ali though if he gets Justin Gaethje.
apparently
Suppose,
Dana has said Chandler is Conor's next opponent when he comes back, but Conor apparently wants Gaethje, so it's going to be one of them two. It's going to be one of them two.
Smart
But the
tactics from
problem
Conor.
is, guys, if they do it at UFC 300, didn't Conor save UFC 200? Was it UFC 200?
no, he was
or
meant
was it,
to.
or was it new? Was it the first Madison Garden event?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
main evented
First,
against
yeah,
Eddie
first
Alvarez.
205.
Yeah,
205,
he main evented
Eddie
against
Alvarez.
Eddie Alvarez, but he was meant to be on the 200 card, but he couldn't do it.
So he was meant to be on 200, then he ended up fighting on 202 and then 205.
Yeah, and he fought in the debut of Madison Square Garden, didn't he? And put on one of the greatest displays I've ever seen in an MMA fight.
Phenomenal.
That McGregor don't exist no more. But
yeah,
where do you put him on the card in 300 cal? This is the issue, because if you're having Conor McGregor on your card, he's got either main event or co-main.
All right.
Oh no, there's no co-main with this guy. This guy's a main event. I've got a little inkling of who. There'd be one fighter that I think would be okay with him being main event, and that's Jon Jones.
Sugar Sean O'Malley as well.
I think with Sugar Sean, I think he's set to fight Vera in January.
Yeah, that's a rumor.
297. Because they're trying to get. I think you put in the group chat, Jamie, Volkanovski to Puria. I think they're trying to get Kamaru Usman, Bilal Muhammad on that card as well, because I think 297 in Canada. So that card's looking.
That's a really bad fight for Bilal. and I was sorry, it's a sidetrack as well. Just on that, Bilal spoke to Farah from MMA Junkie recently. Shout out to Farah. And he said he didn't really want to fight Kamaru because if it was a title fight, it'd be all up for it. But the risk of him taking that fight versus the reward is very slim because he hasn't been given a title fight. Colby really shouldn't be getting a title fight, but he must have dirt on Dana. I've got a little theory on the Colby thing. I reckon he said to UFC, I'll drop the charges against Masvidal if you give me a title shot, and I'll.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. So that's why he's getting a title shot. Now, in regards to Conor, I'm going to throw a spanner in the works here, guys, and hear me out and let me know what you think. I don't think Conor fights at UFC 300. I think he fights at UFC 301 because if he fights at 300, that's already going to be a massive pay-per-view. If you've got other title fights on that, which you'll have to have, those fighters will get pay-per-view points, which means the UFC will have to spend more money. Plus, if you do 300, which is going to make stupid money and stupid buys anyway, and then you do 301 off the back of that, I think you get even more money. You get two amazing mega pay-per-view and big money for Dana 2 months in a row.
Do you think that they can do the ones? Because I think sometimes they do like a pay-per-view, then 2 weeks later they got a pay-per-view.
I don't think they'll even do it 2 weeks later. I reckon they'll do it a full month later.
They want to follow up 300 massively. So the last thing you want is have a blockbuster card at 300. And you're right, Cal. Even the casual MMA fan is going to watch UFC 300.
Yeah,
it's going to be like 100
headlines 300 then. Like
and people go watch it. And you go want to follow it up, ain't you? You don't want a crap pay-per-view the following month because you might get new audience here. That people that are all falling out of love with UFC and I'll come back to UFC 300. It's going to be a blockbuster show. So you're going to want to follow up on that event. You don't want a pay-per-view like you had the other month where it was dead. You know, you don't want that sort of show. You want to. So if you have 300 and then at 300 you announce, UFC 301, Conor McGregor's main eventing. Yeah. People are like, yeah, it might be the way to do it. Because where do you put McGregor on the card? Because I do think every match is going to be a title fight.
Do you reckon they'll go that big?
They can schedule it.
Yeah, that's a point. Unless, because I mean I reckon they'll stack the prelims. Because even 205, remember 205, Khabib was on the prelims. 205.
Oh yeah,
Khabib was on the prelims.
He's coming back, by the way.
No, he's not, Jamie.
You reckon?
There's no way.
That money's drying up, man. He's going to come back. Trust me.
Who does he fight? So if Oliveira beats Makhachev and does it in dominant fashion,
Oliveira needs to call him out.
I don't think Khabib comes back.
If I was Conor McGregor, if I win in style, I'm calling him out.
See, I think Khabib won't come back for Conor because I think he knows that will sting Conor. I think he would more come back for Oliveira than Conor.
No, it's money. The
I
money.
said whoever
in that
beats
fight.
Islam in a convincing fashion should call out Khabib because that'd be the only thing that's going to even tempt
fight,
him
though, will
to come out.
Yeah.
I think if he comes back, it'll be GSP. Be like a grappling thing with GSP.
Yeah, GSP needs to get back on the roids like he did in the past, though. Yeah, I'm not having this clean. I'm still not having this clean.
You
living.
don't think GSP was clean?
No, man, that man was roided to the kill.
GSP now, GSP looking ripped.
Yeah, of course he is, because
Looking
he's on everything.
I reckon
He went to the chemist and went, "What you got?"
Every fighter I'd back to be clean, it would be GSP. I don't know why. Maybe he's a brilliant actor. I just feel like he is.
Don't know, man. Juice the gills.
Oh,
All right, let me say a few hellos to the people in the chat. Firstly, Jamie, thanks for becoming a member. Much appreciated, bro. LFC Mac 10, shout out. Sultan, big up Sultan. ZK Hammer, big up yourself. John 10, Lucas, Himanshu, Franklin, big up yourself, guys. Much appreciated. Luke, you said something really interesting. Who main events UFC 300? So let's look at some of the fighters at the moment who have actually been booked. So you got Yuri versus Alex Pereira. That's booked. So middleweight's done. Jones and Miocic, that's done. I have a theory. I reckon if Jones loses, I don't think he retires. If Jones wins, I think he retires. Stipe, I think, retires regardless of the win or loss. So that leaves heavyweight open. Light heavyweight is going to be determined as well. Middleweight
and flyweight are getting done back end of the year as well. Like they were done.
Oh yes, that's a point. Yeah, Royval and Pantoja's done as well. Middleweight. Superstar Sean Strickland is a champion.
Oh, as Dana's worst nightmare. Hey, I have to talk on that like quickly.
Yeah, go for it.
Talk about a fighter that had the cards stacked against him. A fighter that if he would have lost, we could have gone short training camp. He's flying to Izzy's backyard. No one's giving him a cat in hell's chance. He's got a bit of a weird defense. He's look a bit like palm and punches like that. If there was anyone set to lose, it was him. He beat Izzy with a 1-2 in the teeth kick.
He didn't beat Izzy.
He destroyed him.
He destroyed him. It was 4 rounds to 1. And you could argue the first round might have been a 10-8. You could make the argument. Because it was
the
close
answer
to
is
being finished.
No. Whatever your answer is about, is he getting a rematch?
Oh no. I'm not in that. You again, no shame in my game, guys. You know how big of an Izzy fan I am. He can't get the title shot. He can't. Coming off the Pereira loss, it made sense because he had gone on a run with the belt and lost after dominating the fight. This time, it was his first title defense, and he got starched. Aljamain Sterling, on the other hand, I think deserves a title shot, but that's for another show.
Oh yeah, he's been woodleyed.
You know what I want?
Yeah.
I want Izzy Hand. You know what I want in UFC 300? Izzy versus
Chimaev. Yeah. All right. So speaking of Chimaev and Costa, have you seen Costa's elbow, guys?
Yeah, I have seen. He's had surgery 3 weeks out.
I think that fight's going to get pulled.
Yeah, he won't be cleared to fight.
I think that fight gets pulled. But I think Hamzat stays on the card, but I don't know who he fights.
Izzy Hamzat at 300 in the middleweight. It's just
makes sense.
I think. All right, so I reckon Duplessis fights Strickland next for the middleweight title.
That'd be at 300, in my opinion.
So I don't think so. I think they'll try and make that before 300.
Like February or March.
I think they'll try and make it earlier. I think they're going to try and make that for like January time.
January.
And try and hope to turn around.
3 title fights in January.
Check me out. Duplessis, in my opinion, will beat Strickland.
I think he will as well. I think he's heavy-handed, man.
Yeah. I think they try and get Izzy a fight on the same night potentially and get Izzy a win. Maybe Cannonier too. Izzy wins that. Duplessis and Izzy for UFC 300, I think, is what they want.
Yeah.
Tight turnaround, I hear you, but I think that's what they want.
What main event UFC 300 though? Because that's got to be the thing. See, if you want a main event 300, for me, you either have to have Jon Jones in the main event,
Johnny Jones versus the winner of Aspinall,
or you have Conor McGregor in the main event. They're for such a big show like this, for a main event of UFC 300. If you look at all the main events they had, they brought Brock Lesnar back for 200, yeah, because he's a superstar, yeah. And they got the main event of 100 was Frank Mir and Brock Lesnar, which was a tremendous fight.
Yeah.
So they're looking for money fights. They're looking for the superstar, the main event these shows.
So are you saying Brock does it then? Brock does 100.
Brock's
I swear Brock's still got a band.
I just feel like it's either have to go be Jon Jones or Conor McGregor that main event 300.
I think it's Sugar Sean O'Malley or Israel Adesanya because I don't think they do Conor McGregor at 300.
Izzy's not a draw for me.
Yeah, who do you put? Let's say we say Sean O'Malley, he beats Cheetah in January. Who are you going to put him up against in the main event? Because we know Dana's not giving him. We know Dana's
well, I think it should be Sterling should have got an immediate rematch. Really and truly, in my opinion.
I hate Sterling.
He hates him. Exactly. So that was never going to happen. So Sterling needs to determine whether he's going to take a fight at bantamweight and try and win, or he's not. If he's not going to take a fight, he's not going to get the title shot. That means it goes to Merab. 300, I think, is main evented by Merab and Sugar Sean.
Oh no, I know, because they're trying to do Merab versus Cejudo 297.
Yeah.
What?
You know what?
Yeah, that's the rumored Merab versus Cejudo 297.
I would just go, right, boys, have the night off. I'll go to Varda and everyone, just have the night off. We're doing Jon Jones Lesnar steroid match. I'm telling you right now, if they somehow pulled that off, right, obviously not with the things, but if they somehow pulled off Lesnar versus Jon Jones, the main event of UFC 300 is the biggest fight in MMA history.
Do you know what, Jamie? I actually have to agree with you on that. Do you know what? All right, so I think that would do more pay-per-view buys than Mayweather Pacquiao. So here's the thing: Brock's out of contract with WWE right now, isn't he?
Yeah, but they all work for the same company.
Yeah, that's a good
Endeavor.
point.
All right, so Jones called out Brock after he beat DC the second time, and then nothing came of that.
Yeah, Brock's not interested though. I just don't think like.
All right,
Brock loves that.
I was gonna say, if Brock is guaranteed a title shot at UFC 300 against Jon Jones and the main event,
he's doing it.
Brock does it. What's he got to lose?
Absolutely nothing. You know what?
And what's he got to gain? Everything.
Tell you what, though, Brock's 300 pounds and he's a better wrestler than Jon Jones. Yeah. If he took down Jon Jones and laid on top of him,
Jamie. I don't know if he's a better wrestler.
Brock Lesnar, if he wanted to, he could. Kurt Angle was talking about it on Joe Rogan's show. If Brock Lesnar decided he wanted to try the Olympic trials, he reckons he would have medaled at the Olympics. He's that good of a wrestler.
Yeah,
Brock's ridiculously good, and he's 300 pounds, and he moves like he's 150 pounds. It's scary.
Just a quick thing: people are asking about our thoughts on Paddy versus Tony Ferguson.
I think Paddy's
getting that dub. Is Tony getting the dub? That's all I want to know.
I think Paddy tapped him out.
So do I. So when I first saw the fight, I think you guys told me about it. I think it was you, Luke.
Yeah.
I think you put in the group, Luke.
Yeah,
and I saw it and I was like, they're basically trying to do a layup for Paddy. I actually think this is the start of Paddy becoming a heel. And I think it works out better for Paddy.
He was a heel the second he walked in, my friend. He's never been.
But he wasn't meant to be a heel. He wasn't meant to be. I think he leans into being a heel now, which is going to make him more money and make him a bigger star in UFC.
Yeah, he's got that bad guy swagger about him, ain't he?
Yeah.
So I think he tapped Ferguson out.
If Bobby Green's taking you out and tapping you out, Bobby Green's not renowned for his jiu-jitsu. Paddy's going to take you down, tap you out. I do reckon we'll get an opportunity. I think we'll get a moment where Tony hits him with an uppercut. You're going to see Paddy wobble. He's like, oh my God, is Tony going to take him out? And then Nah.
Yeah, I think Paddy wins that. You just mentioned Bobby Green though, who on Saturday came out with an amazing win. He was I think he was I think Grant Dawson was a -500 favorite, which is crazy skewed odds. And within 33 seconds, he was on the floor getting smashed about, and the referee had to jump in. Bobby Green is probably now going to be ranked in the top 10. To think that he lost to Drew Dober not that long ago, and now he's ranked ahead of Drew Dober is crazy. Do you think it should have been Paddy versus Bobby? Or in fact, I'll change it. If Paddy gets through Ferguson, do you think Bobby Green is the next fight for Paddy?
Yeah, nope.
Don't know. This is the first ranked fighter that Paddy's fought, isn't it?
Nope.
Tony's not ranked.
Is he not ranked?
No,
he's not ranked.
It's just a big name.
Losing streak, bro.
Yeah, I know, but his losing streak, to be fair to him, was Murderer's Row.
Yeah, no.
So, so to be fair to Ferguson, it's not like he was fighting bums.
Yeah.
But it's the first big name, you know, and I don't know. Paddy beats Ferguson. My problem with this fight, Paddy can't win it, even if he wins, in my opinion, because he's fighting a fighter that everyone thinks is finished, and he's lost all these fights in a row. So Paddy beating him, people will be like, well, you're younger, you're more athletic, you're quicker, you've probably got better jiu-jitsu, so you should be winning this fight. So, and he's on a massive losing streak, and he ain't got the career, you know, he's not at the peak of his career anymore. I think it's a bad fight for Paddy, personally, to take, because he ain't going to win even if he wins. So what do you do after that? Maybe Green is the one. Maybe you're right there.
I need to see, I think with Bobby Green, I think MMA Guru said it. Money Moicano has already been calling him out because Grant Dawson and him are boys at ATT.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
So,
yes, they both changed at ATT.
That looks like that's going to be in the works. Yeah,
that'd be fun. That'd be a very
that's
fun.
That's going to be. Please,
I love Moicano. I absolutely love Moicano.
One question, guys.
Money Moicano.
Oh, bro.
There's one thing we didn't mention about UFC 300. Is there going to be a women's match? Women's fight?
Yes. But it's going to have to be way. So here's the killer. There aren't any big names now in the women's divisions apart from Wei Li.
Exactly.
Or do you give Valentina and Grasso?
Oh,
the trilogy.
You know why, Luke? I actually built this up just to put it out there in the atmosphere without actually saying their name.
Well, yeah, you might be right. The trilogy.
Yeah, she won, by the way. She won that.
She did. She absolutely won.
They
both
had hand surgeries. I think they both had hand surgeries. So they're going to be out for quite a while. So,
that's a point.
UFC 300, they'll be like the first title fight. So I think there'll be a triple title fight on the card.
So you reckon them two at 300 makes sense?
Yeah. I think it'd be the prelim, though.
Do you reckon they'll do a title fight?
No, Jamie.
I've just got this feeling that, as you say, there ain't no big female matchups at the moment. This is the biggest card in UFC history, yeah?
Yeah.
They might stack the prelim and have a title fight in the prelim as the main event to get people in.
If they do that, that would be unprecedented, if I'm not mistaken.
They might do it, you know. I think they're going to try and have every title fight on this card if they possibly can.
The scheduling wouldn't allow it. You just have to get champions to plus the card.
Dana's going to pay one.
Killing the crowd. You'd be killing the crowd. Just 5 rounds.
Yeah,
we'd be
think about our watch along. We won't be off till like 8.
That'd be great. Just get the monster in, the Red Bull in. It's all good.
And then he's something else. And he's something stronger than that.
Yeah.
I'll bring the rum.
It'd be crazy.
Right, I'll bring the rum.
But look, I'm looking forward to seeing how it all plays out between now and 300 because there's no way they're not thinking about it. But I'll be honest, Jamie, up until today, I hadn't even thought of Brock Lesnar. But the thought of Brock Lesnar being involved in the 100, 200, and 300
makes sense. He's got to be there.
The only fight Jones sticks around for.
Yeah. You tell Jon Jones tomorrow, right, after your easy fight against Stipe, who's about 75 years old now and has got a brain fart. You know, once you've won that fight comfortably, You know, we're going to give you Brock Lesnar. How do you feel about that? Jones is like, oh, well, I'll hold on to my retirement because that's money.
Jon
And
Jones
Jones has
always young guns at heavyweight. Like he's
always wanted to go one-on-one with Brock.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard Jones in a lot of interviews before where he said the real dream opponent is Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, because there's no way he's sticking around. Like he's not sticking around for like young guns.
He
Like
wants money fights.
Pavlovich.
Sorry.
Like there's no way he's sticking around for like the young
guns.
guns.
I think Aspinall beats Jon Jones.
So do I.
Yeah.
And I don't think
Jon Jones wants to get his money, get his legacy.
I don't think Jon Jones wants to fight Aspinall. I don't think Jon Jones wants to fight Aspinall. I think Jon Jones wants the money fights before he leaves. That's what he wants now.
Show me the money.
Let me ask you boys a question. If Jones, well, I don't want to be disrespectful to Stipe. I think he beats Stipe quite easily. If he beats Stipe, does that automatically make him the greatest heavyweight in UFC history?
Well, he beat a useless heavyweight on his debut. It had no wrestling and ground game. And then
disappointment, man.
And if he fought Stipe 5 years ago, I think Stipe beats him. But this Stipe, I'd have a go probably.
Stipe's like a shadow of himself. And
the thing is, though, Stipe, I saw a picture of him the other day. He looks absolutely amazing shape. He looks like the best shape I've seen.
It's a fireman, man. Like
in a long time for his age and what he's going through. But Stipe's taken so many headshots. He is taking so many headshots.
Chris in the comments. Don't worry, I've not forgotten about day trippers because I'm popping over after this.
It does. It actually cuts me really deep. It really does. Like,
oh dear.
It genuinely does break my heart. No pun intended. The cards between now and the end of the year very stacked.
Oh yeah. 294 was absolutely
even the fight night the other night. That was a good fight night.
Hey, it's YUSUFF BARBOZA this weekend.
Yeah, even that's another good fight. We've got some really good fights. Speaking of good fights, maybe not...
I know what this is leading to.
Here we go.
Maybe not the talent of the UFC fighters we've been speaking about, but definitely the bigger names. This Saturday, we've got KSI versus Fury and Logan Paul versus Dylan DANIS.
That's the fight I'm looking forward to more.
Yeah, I hate to say it. That's going to smash records this weekend.
Dylan DANIS, man.
You know how much money it is on pay-per-view? You know how much money it is?
No.
It's like $57.
Yeah, it's free to me, Luke. Don't worry, mate.
It's $57, and then someone put, why on earth am I paying like a lot for
People
this?
go pay, man.
KSI put, because you would have paid 80 to watch Canelo. I have to say, fair play, KSI, because I thought your delusion showed no bounds, but I saw a clip and you took it to levels like I never seen it before.
What did he say?
I thought Jake Paul was delusional.
He didn't say he was Canelo, did he?
And he said that he felt so good that he would fight Canelo, Bivol. I'm thinking,
Canelo's dad would beat KSI.
That's next level delusion, my friend.
We need Tommy Fury to end this farce. Yeah, we just need him to end it. He's going
I don't know if he does.
He's got to destroy.
I think he's going to struggle because he's shit.
Yeah, but he's a professional boxer and been doing it since he was a kid. Where the others aren't. Look, when he fought Jake Paul, he had a baby 2 weeks before that fight, so he weren't really in training, and he still outboxed him. And apparently, he's been training proper hard for this KFC fight. I was about to say at the beginning. I'm hungry. The KSI fight, and Base Morley's all the way, by the way.
Come on.
And I just feel like he's just got out of box. And KSI is tiny.
He is shit.
But the biggest fight in this car, the biggest fight in 2023 is Logan Paul and Dylan DANIS. I don't care what anyone says. It just is. Dylan DANIS, man. He's
all right. Let me ask you, boys.
He's not getting pay-per-view points. How's his geezer not getting? He's built the show.
Yeah, it's on the back of him. He's getting.
I reckon he'll get. All right. Firstly, do you guys think Dylan does he show up? Does he fight this week?
Yeah, he's there.
Yes, he's already in Manchester.
He's got to lose because he can't box.
Because
okay.
I don't know.
So that means we're not going to see Mike Perry, which I'll be honest, I'd have loved to see Mike Perry beat up
Logan Paul.
Logan. That'd have been ugly. we've all got misses.
Yeah.
How are you guys seeing this Dylan Dallas stuff? Because at first I thought it was okay.
I'm finding it hilarious.
Well,
now
let's
I'm
put it
like-
this way, Cal. If my missus did what she does, she wouldn't be my missus.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know,
Excuse me, man.
look, she looks like she fell down at birth. I'm not going to lie, but she's
an ugly thing.
you don't sue another fighter in
Oh
fight
yeah, the
week.
suing
You don't
thing's
do it.
ridiculous.
You do it in the ring. Now the problem is, Dillian's probably gone too far with it. Have you seen his cap he was wearing today? By the way,
No.
Oh,
to
Logan
IFL.
Paul when he did the video.
yeah, it's
Video.
hilarious. The man's great. I love Dillian Dennis. I ain't gonna lie. The stuff he's doing with the misses, I think there's too much now. You need to stop.
He took a you know what on the Arsenal shirt.
It's hilarious.
That
He peed on the
cheated.
Arsenal
Yeah.
shirt. He put the Arsenal shirt on the floor and
Arsenal
peed on
shirt.
it. Yeah. Peed on it.
Oh, you know what?
Hilarious.
Yeah, I'm in his corner now.
My problem. Do you know what I think's going to happen in this fight? I think Logan Paul outboxes him.
Oh, that's so damning, man. Because he's
But I think
he's
Dillian- I
shit.
think
He's a little
I-
juice head.
I think Dillian Dennis Paul's guard. I
Do you
think
know
he
what?
pulls guard,
Right?
takes him
I
down
have to
and
say,
chokes him out.
because
And chokes him out.
to be
that'd
honest,
be
like,
something,
if you look at who's going to be attending, Jake Paul, Conor McGregor, Terence Crawford are all going to be in
Crawford's
attendance.
gonna be there.
Yeah,
because he's sponsored by Prime. He's
There's gotta be
sponsored
a
by
man-
Prime.
Yeah, but so is Adesanya and Volkanovski. They're sponsored by Prime as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they're in New
Yeah,
Zealand.
they realise that.
Yeah. Well, let's be fair, they've got the money to fly them over if they really wanted to.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like,
it's
if
very
you look
true.
at that whole card, like the best boxing is not even in the main event. It's like it's the other fighters that have actually got some level of skill.
Yeah.
Because let's be 100% honest. KSI is shit. He is shit. He's got no boxing fundamentals. He swings his arms like that and then goes in with the right elbow. Sorry, we are not in an effing cage. And
Tommy,
Logan
look.
Paul, how can he is not clean? He is on every single
Oh no,
drug.
he's not clean. He's
You
definitely
can like talk about the pharmacy. He owns the freaking pharmacy.
Yeah.
He owns all the drugs. Because how can you like slim down but get even more muscly? That does not
Well,
make sense.
they've not done VADA for their fight, have they?
No, they won't. No, he won't.
And
He
Dillian
won't.
Dennis
Logan Paul won't.
wanted VADA because you can tell Dillian Dennis ain't on anything.
Oh, yeah, of course
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Like, he wanted VADA, but Logan Paul don't. And that's what Dillian. I actually think people keep saying Dillian Dennis is the bad guy. I actually think he's the good guy.
Oh, hey, I love this. I would love nothing more than Logan Paul to be knocked out. And to be honest, Logan Paul's so shit that I could box him.
Yeah, I
Easy,
mean,
easy man. Him,
he's a
KSI,
very
2
good
in one
athlete.
night. Easy.
extremely good athlete. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Oh yeah, he's a freak of nature.
Stick to WWE, my friend. Stick to
But
WWE.
boxing,
That's the level.
I mean, he was apparently a very good amateur wrestler as well.
Yeah, he
Logan
was.
Paul.
So Jake
So,
apparently.
Yeah, but he's not as a good boxer as Jake. Jake's a far better boxer. But
Yeah,
I watched
he's-
Dillian
he's
Dennis
better.
clips of sparring with Alex Pereira. Now, I don't know if Alex Pereira went proper gentle on him because he didn't want to kill him. But what
Probably
Dillian
did.
Dennis was throwing back was embarrassing. He's like the jiu-jitsu man. He hasn't got stand up. He's
Yeah,
basically
look,
this generation's Hoist Gracie. That's what he is.
Yeah,
He hasn't got
Yeah.
stand up.
yeah. So predictions then. Who wins? KSI or Fury?
Fury
Fury.
on points. It's going to be
I
ugly
think Fury.
fight
I
to
think
watch.
Fury batters him for the whole fight.
I'm going KSI.
Yo, come on, man.
I actually want Fury to win because if he doesn't, it looks really bad on boxing.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
I,
talk
think,
about
I don't
someone
know
else
why. I
that's
just feel like
delusional.
KSI is going to do it.
Tommy Fury, you're delusional as well, thinking that you're fighting on a world championship level instead
No,
of
he's-
fighting Vidal Riley is beneath you. My
Oh, no,
friend,
he should fight.
Vidal Riley
Yeah.
would knock you into next week, my friend. Like
Yeah.
he's probably going to end up being like cruiserweight champion at some point. You're just fighting bums for money.
Yeah.
Talk about disrespecting your family's legacy. Doing this tomfoolery is disrespecting the Fury legacy
But
even
they
more
mainly
than
care
your
about
brother
money. Fury's
doing
care about
the
thing is, though,
cash grabs in Saudi.
Fury's only care about money. Let's face it.
yeah.
look, I think with Tommy Fury, this is where he probably should be. He should be the king of this.
Yeah,
This
he
what-
should.
I think,
This is a great path for him personally.
Yeah, exactly. Personally, I think this will scale out. I think Tommy beats KSI, Logan beats Dillian, and then the next fight is Tommy versus Logan.
Yeah,
and then he's beat them all, and then it's Jake Paul versus a certain guy from Bare Knuckle.
Do you reckon?
What Mike Perry?
Yeah, I think that's the fight. I think that's who
I
they want each other.
I reckon if KSI loses, I still think you do KSI and Jake Paul. And then I think you do Logan and Tommy Fury.
So Himanshu, the answer is yes, I would, if it meant Liverpool won the league. 100%.
You know what is mad about this is that we're debating a card that probably as fighting fans we shouldn't be debating, but
we have
it's got the world talking. And it's going, look, we've had one of the best pound for pound fighters in Crawford recently, and this is going to blow that away pay-per-view.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
But sports kind of become that now. Like you look at, again, a big Sean O'Malley fan, but he fought one top 10 fighter. Well, Pedro Munoz as well.
Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, like it's now it's about name. And I hate to say it, but the UFC is going down the boxing route of making money fights as opposed to necessarily always the fight that is warranted. We see it. Like Leon Edwards should be fighting Colby. It should really be Leon versus Bilal. If we're going to be completely honest. But they're always going to do Colby because they know Colby's going to run his mouth. He's going to get interest peaking for this event, and it will do more money than Leon Bilal. We see it all the time. We really do.
And he's coming down. Apparently, Kobe wants to come down to the octagon with Trump, don't he?
Yo, yes, please get Trump in like an orange jumper as well.
In the UFC, Venom.
Yes,
in a Venom hoodie.
It'd just be amazing.
That would be something else if that happens. That really would be something else. Just moving back to Bobby Green though. Obviously, he got a big win at the weekend. He's now probably going to be in the top 10.
Top 15. It's not top 10. I've read.
No, Grant Dawson was top 10 when he beat him. He was number 10.
Oh, wow. Okay, I did not know
that. In theory, he has to take number 10 spot.
Yeah, in theory, but we know that doesn't.
Yeah, we know how the rankings go. But let's say in a crazy world he gets put at number 10. If you actually look at lightweight right now, you've got Oliveira tied up with Makachev. You've got Chandler tied up with
backup fight, by the way.
With McGregor. Oh, Gamrot's the backup fighter for. So Gamrot's out of the proceedings at the moment. Sarukian's about. Fiziev is ACL. Say again.
Sarukian's going to fight Dariush.
Oh, is that so?
Yep.
So who is there for Bobby Green to fight?
Dan Hooker.
Dan Hooker's just recovering from a broken arm.
Dan Hooker apparently challenged him.
And he's ranked at number 9. Hey, I'm down for that.
That's the fight. Bobby Green.
I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
Dan Hooker is like the cowboy.
He's a Cerrone.
Yeah,
that's who he's like. He's fighting.
So shout out to Chris Brack who says Colby is a wannabe Chris Brack. He's half the heel I am. Cal knows it's true. To be fair,
look at the comment Kev put.
Yeah. Like shout out to Kevin. Chris is probably the biggest heel I know.
Chris is the biggest heel.
I just saw your profile picture. Was that the screw job? Is that?
Oh,
you know what? I gotta speak on this. You guys know your wrestling. What's the greatest WrestleMania match of all time?
Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. Bret Hart, Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13. Change wrestling.
Right, the greatest match of all time. Mine's gonna be slightly skewed because I didn't really watch it back in the day, so my shouts can be like, in terms of story, for me, it would be the triple threat match at WrestleMania 30. Daniel Bryan winning.
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
Undertaker, is it Undertaker, Triple H?
The first one.
Yeah.
I think Brett and
Stone Cold is the best one of all time.
Brett and Austin at WrestleMania 13 changed wrestling.
Yes.
Brett came into that fight as a baby face. Austin came in as a heel, and then they changed.
Oh, Callum.
And Ken Shamrock was the ref. Ken Shamrock was the referee. It just it changed wrestling forever. That fight
Changed
that match.
everything. So how
the
can
greatest
he be
WrestleMania fight,
underrated by you guys? He's got the best WrestleMania match of all time.
Because the biggest
don't
star
keep me in this
Austin,
conversation. I know where I'm standing. Now.
all down to Austin, man. All down to and then probably the best title match in WrestleMania history is Austin Rock at Mania 17. That's the best title match.
Yeah. But that had the worst end. Austin should never have turned heel.
No.
It was very
really
fun.
great.
Like seeing him and Kurt doing their different angles, no pun intended, was
That was
hilarious.
hilarious.
Absolutely hilarious. But he should never have been a heel.
No, people didn't really want to boo him, did they? That was a problem.
No.
He didn't want to boo. Taker, Shawn Michaels at Mania 25. Arguably, probably.
Was that the first?
I think Shawn Michaels and Undertaker at WrestleMania 25 is arguably the best wrestling match I've ever watched. If you don't
better than Kurt Angle versus Shawn at wrestling.
I think it was.
I think it was shout all together, man.
But Brett and Austin,
NXT, the rivalry between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
DIY exploding.
Who is it that not Water? He's now called Gunther. Who is it Gunther for during the pandemic?
Oh, was it Tyler
and Dragunov?
That's it.
Yes.
That was a hell of a match.
Another one. AEW Young Bucks versus Lucha Brothers.
That was sick. That was sick. I'll be honest, boys. I know wrestlers get paid a lot. I'm not taking a chop from Gunther. I'm just not doing it.
We meant that Liverpool won the league, Cal. Would you do it? For Liverpool to win the league, guaranteed.
If Liverpool were to win the league, guarantee, I'd do one. I'd do one.
They want to do Gunther Lesnar at Mania, don't they?
I know this is a bold shout.
To lose.
I think Gunther should be the one to take the belt off Roman. I know it'd be Cody, but I think it should be Gunther.
Cody should tag champ.
Yeah,
Jey Uso, because they got pissed in the press conference. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Did they really?
Yeah, they got absolutely hammered. They did not know.
Rattled. They were rattled. It was hilarious.
No, I think Gunther is, for me, I think Gunther's the best wrestler right now.
He's the best. He's the best around.
Stripping everything back. Yeah.
His title run winning in the Continental title is better than Roman Reigns' title run.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah, I think he's got the longest reigning title, first title run of all time.
Yeah. It's just Gunther.
I don't think he's eating like a pin at all. Like he's not been pinned or submitted since his main.
He's never been pinned in the main roster. No.
Was he even pinned in NXT?
Don't know. He was in NXT UK, weren't he? He weren't in any. He was in NXT UK.
And NXT as well.
Yeah, he only got beaten by Dragunov for the title. That's the only time he took people.
Yeah, the only other time he dropped the belt was in the triple threat match, where he didn't get pinned.
And the other time when he got called up, when it was NXT versus Raw and SmackDown Survivor Series, and Gunther Water at the time got pinned in 30 seconds. But that's when Vince McMahon was running the show.
Oh, Vince would have ruined him. Vince would have
A9 best Rumble match. John Cena versus Lesnar versus Seth Rollins Rumble match 2015.
That was very
cool. When Lesnar breaks his ribs.
Yeah.
Lesnar legitimately breaks his ribs for a table, comes back and just destroys everyone.
Yeah, F this, man. I don't get paid enough for this rubbish.
You see when Lesnar cut Randy Orton's head open for real with elbows?
Yeah, and he did it to Roman at WrestleMania as well.
Hey, that Randy one, yeah. You know what the finisher was for that? Shane McMahon was supposed to get involved and stand up to Brock.
Yeah.
Shane had that stupid ego.
Brock's literally the scariest wrestler in the world. I don't care what.
100%. It's not even close. It's not even close. For me, he's the only wrestler in the whole world who actually acts and looks like a superstar as well. Yeah. I would go Rumble match, Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, last man standing match.
Yeah, my favorite Rumble match, I don't know if you can say it. It was Kurt Angle versus a certain Canadian wrestler.
Oh, I remember, yeah.
I can't say his name because he's what he did. But yeah, that match is ridiculously good.
Yeah, so I've watched that back not too long ago. Do you know in that match, if I'm not mistaken, there wasn't one Irish whip in that match?
Yeah, and there was not one punch as well. They didn't throw one punch.
Crazy.
And it went half hour. Just
that Canadian wrestler had a bunch of amazing fights, but
He did.
Can't separate what he did, man.
Nope.
Can't separate what he did. It's a real shame.
Oh, Rumble, Cena, AJ. Yeah, that was a quality match.
Yeah, Cena, AJ.
All right. Here's my wild take here. I think John Cena might be one of, if not the most overrated wrestler of all time.
He's dog.
Yeah, actually, he is.
He is. Look, he's
He
Hulk
is so
Hogan of this
limited.
generation. That's what he
Yeah.
is. Hulk Hogan when he was. The thing is though, with Terry Bollea, right? When you watch him in Japan, he wrestled
could
completely
go.
different.
He
He actually
could go.
wrestled
Yeah.
in North America under Vince. Vince didn't want that. He just wanted this big 6 foot,
Yeah.
8-inch man, and he was 300 pounds, wears red and yellow, and loves America, and they beat everyone. And that's what the fans wanted. They didn't want to see Hogan doing drop kicks and arm drags and drop toe holds.
He could do all those things. He could legit.
They could do it. Yeah,
You've gone down in my estimations, you know. John Cena.
I just, and again, another hot take for me. There's something about Cody. I'm not invested in like that.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. I think Cody's overrated. I think
he's
Cena
too
was a bit
clean of a
underrated.
baby face.
see you later.
No. he's too clean of a baby. I like my baby face to have a little bit of an edge.
He's a proper baby face.
He's too much of a baby
No,
face.
he's not, man. Like
He's got the best
AEW
entrance
booed him out
music.
the building because they.
But
want
he's
to
almost like
heel.
Homelander before we realize Homelander's a baddie.
No, that's what he's giving kids, basically. But Cody Rhodes suits WWE and the WWE's fan base. That's why he never really suited AEW. Fans never took to him in AEW.
Yeah, he wanted him to turn the heel. It was like, hey,
And he was meant to be the babyface the whole time in AEW, but they hated him.
yeah,
He suits where he is.
They booed him out the building, man.
He's got, and he's in. I love his intro music. It's amazing. But look, CM Punk's coming back next month, so it's all going to be different.
Oh yeah, CM Punk's coming back next month.
I don't
can't wait to see how long that lasts. Hey,
Apparently, Endeavor want CM Punk back. Triple H wants CM Punk back.
Triple H wants him back.
Yeah,
I have to say, CM Punk, CM Punk, most overrated wrestler, man.
No.
Too much hassle, man.
Survivor Series next month is in Chicago.
Yeah.
Be there.
I've not seen him have one match that I've been truly invested in because I don't give a shit about you.
No, the John Cena one at Money in the Bank, WrestleMania with The Undertaker, Chris Jericho matches he had. Punk can go. He's not a good person, it seems.
He's not a good person.
Look, you got to take him for what he is, and
yeah,
he's not the nicest guy. And look, what I will say about Punk, he stands up for himself. He won't take no crap. I do like that about him, but I don't think he was the main problem. What happened over in AEW.
He wasn't.
I think the Young Bucks and all that are a bit like, oh, I'm going to tell Uncle Tony.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony loved him, man. Tony
apparently feared for his life. From CM Punk.
I mean, we say
your life against CM Punk, you've got problems.
No, but here's the thing: we laugh at it because we've watched UFC. We've seen CM Punk get washed by people who aren't even great. He was knocking out these wrestlers and choking them out backstage. Like, maybe we need to put a little respect on CM Punk.
If Lesnar's in the locker room, Punk ain't doing shit.
Oh so of course.
Yeah, Lesnar would pick him up by like one hand and go, "Listen here, small guy."
But it's not even just Lesnar. Remember, Bobby Lashley was an ex-MMA fighter.
Yeah, Roman won't take it either.
There's a few of those
Seth
guys.
don't like him. Seth called him the cancer of wrestling.
Well, so that I wonder if that was an angle though. I wonder if he comes back.
No, he legitimately hates him.
Oh, is it?
So does Roman. And Triple H said if they come back.
So far, I don't know whether you watched Backlash in Puerto Rico. Bad Bunny's entrance. I've listened to that back on repeat several times.
That whole
Bad Bunny's entrance against Damian Priest, man. That's a proper concert.
That show was quality from top to bottom.
Yeah.
That show was quality, man.
No,
I'm going to have to dip in a couple of minutes to hop over to Daydream.
Yeah, I'm literally going to do supers now. So I do that now, bro. Pete Al, to fight, you have to be delusional. I don't really think we can keep abusing them because they say mad S. There is no fight that's not delusional. I
get what you mean, but
it's true. Like it's like the level of
doing this, his wife's doing that. I think that's
I think there are some
maybe referring to me about when KSI said he's like he could fight Bivol on Canelo, like that. Like
That's delusional to me because Bivol would
That's
absolutely
too
wreck-
delusional. Like
KSI
Bivol,
can't fight any pro boxer.
No, he can't.
Not
He
none.
can't. John 10, will we see Jake versus Logan?
We
boxing?
might do because I secretly think
The
Logan
money.
doesn't like his brother.
yeah,
Yeah.
because his brother's better than him in every.
I don't think he likes
Plus
him.
it-
There's
plus it
a
makes
bit of
silly money.
there's a bit of a hate between the two. I
Yeah,
don't think they
Logan
get on.
needs to pay back those people that he scammed.
Yeah, the crypto.
That's why I want him to be out cold.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Logan and Jake down the line because it makes so much money as well. That would be out of all the like influencer boxing, that would be the biggest fight. That literally
What one?
would be it.
Logan and
Jake.
yeah, Logan Tyson Fury. Yeah. Trying to think who else is in
Tyson or
influencer
Tommy?
boxing.
Tommy Fury, you mean?
Tommy Fury, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Tyson.
I will.
I don't know. I'll tell you what. Tyson's basically doing influence in boxing against.
Yeah.
coming
Yeah,
up
happily
with
get
it.
in the ring for Misfits. I will happily take a fight against someone called the Fan. I'll fight him because he's the similar weight to me.
I
will
just feel
happily
like,
fight him.
you know,
I would happily fight him.
I might do a watch along for this card, Misfit cards on the weekend.
Oh, if you do,
Yeah.
let me know.
I might
Yeah,
have a
you
watch
send me
along
the
and
link to watch it for free,
because
and we'll be there.
because I just got this feeling that DANIS is going to pull guard in their fight. I just want to see it.
They've probably written into his contract though.
Oh yeah. 100 grand if he fails to turn up.
Yeah. So you turn up, and if he's getting beat, he'll pull guard and just
Yeah, that would probably do.
and get DQ'd, and no one will care. Actually, everyone will be on Dylan's side because no one likes Logan.
Yeah.
Look,
Did you see Dylan DANIS on a flagrant?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's a great podcast.
Oh,
But
they're
yeah,
brilliant.
He was on that. It's like 2.5 hours long. It's hilarious. He tries to keep choking out the main guy all the time. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Keeps getting up trying to choke him out.
Callum's dipped again. All right, I'm gonna need to shoot.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap
after
up
the
anyway.
day
Luke,
trippers,
you're a legend, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, I've missed these.
No,
Missed
you have
these
no
little
idea.
talks.
Yeah, I've enjoyed tonight, man. I've
Yeah, it's good.
had a rough
Talking
day,
anything
so
about
thank you
football,
guys.
man.
Appreciate you. People in the
now
comment
we're gonna talk
section,
football.
before Luke goes, in the title of this video, Luke channel, click it, subscribe. Jamie's channel, click it, subscribe. It doesn't even take you away from the video, guys. All you have to do is go and support the boys, because without them, we wouldn't have this show. So, boys, as always, thank you so much. For everyone in the comments, for everyone who super chatted, Jamie for becoming a member, thank you guys so much as well. Much appreciated. And yeah, keep the notifications switched on. Jay, if you do a watch along, let me know and I'll make sure I share it around to get as many people to watch as possible as well.
Yeah, I'll get on, man.
People, thank you so much for watching, for listening. Till we see you next time. Take it easy.